But in college, like second semester, freshman year, my antidepressants started plateauing and I started feeling really, really numb and not able to function and wasn't sleeping or eating at all. I was sleeping between classes and never at night. Things started spiraling down and that was the first thing that came to my mind. It was like almost a relief to settle on that for some reason. It's just weird that that came up after not feeling that way at the beginning about it. My psychologist was like, you need to figure this out because you've been struggling with this through all of high school, but you haven't given yourself the time to find your own happiness and find your balance, and there will always be school and you can always come back to it, especially in college. And at the time it was really hard to hear because I was on such a linear path of just doing school for the rest of my life, I felt like. But yeah, to be thrown off of it and being told, I'm going to make this decision for you and I'm going to make you stay in the hospital for a week and a half and do an outpatient program, it's like, I want to control too, and I wanted to say I wanted to do this, go to college, but I didn't really want to hear that someone else was going to make me do it, go to treatment. But the truth was I needed that, and that was why I think it's hard to get to the point of saying I want to go to treatment now, or I need to do this for myself, because it's a huge thing to change all these habits you've been developing and this mindset you've been crafting since the end of elementary school. So sometimes you need someone to point you in the right direction and put you in the hospital room, and in my case it works.
So I was given my blades by somebody at camp who would get kicked out of camp if they didn't stop cutting. They gave me their blades for safekeeping so they wouldn't use them, and I just never gave them back. And then I had the blades and got into a bad relationship and decided that it was a good idea. And then when I was 15, my mom sent me to gestalt therapy rehab for 2 months. She pulled me out of school without my knowing just randomly on October 13th. And I went for cutting to gestalt does an outdoor therapy kind of thing like backpacking. The whole theory is basically give them nothing but clothes on their back but nature, and they will go to their natural state, sort of. Since then, it has shifted dramatically from what I do with my life and what it means to me and what I do it for, but it's still part of my life. It is something that I accept as part of my life. It is something that I relied on that was, for me, the 3 basic reasons that I have found through my experiences with people and my personal experiences for cutting are control, adrenaline, endorphins, and attention. So I think that I sort of came into my cutting experiences as it not being taboo necessarily. I mean, our parents were all freaking out, but within my group, it was just a way of expressing myself. It was meaningful. And my dad is dead for what it's worth, so that's just not part of the picture. It couldn't be. Whatever.
But halfway through second semester of my sophomore year of college, a lot of things were really stressful, and I was feeling kind of a bit super anxious and overwhelmed a lot of the time. And when I did, I kind of got weird tics and stuff, where if I was under pressure and didn't really have any way to deal with it, then I could scratch at the back of my hand with my nails and just do something about that agitation, and the pain of that made it easier to not think about other problems. But then I was doing it too much, and that was when I cut on the top side of my forearm. But I just had these 4 cuts that would cut open, and it was the most relieving experience to just not be able to think about anything except for something that hurt.
There's a history on my mom's side of bulimia and anorexia. I was aware of that, and they were aware of that. Basically, I was anorexic from part of 7th grade until the ending part of 8th grade. And I kind of started recovery at the end of 8th grade and some parts through the first semester of 9th grade. But basically, it started out as a diet, and then it went from kind of, a regular everyday diet to eating less food and being restricted in what types of food I ate and exercising a little bit more